Today I'm going to be putting the finishing touches to this Mini Cooper S before I have to put it up for sale. And yes, it's a shame, I do have to sell it. I will go into why later. But what I need to get done today is I need to fit these new bumper mounts. You can see there the gap is somewhat large, and that's because these bumper mounts aren't fitted properly. The old ones had snapped. So I've got two new ones of these to fit on both sides. I need to fit a rear wiper to the new tailgate. That goes on there somehow. I've got a brand new number plate that needs fitting because this one on here is just manky and old and just a bit tatty. I need to fix this broken cigarette lighter with a new item that I've got. I need to turn this Cooper boot into a Cooper S boot. And then finally, as the absolute last step, I need to give Bob a really good wash. He needs cleaning inside and out properly. He's pretty minging. I mean, you can see there, that's all just dog hair from the previous owner, and oh, it's just very disgusting. So I will get that sorted. So today really is just a bit of a bits and bobs episode. Bits and bobs. Bits because there's little bits, and bobs because the car's called Bob. Nope. Okay, so I've got the bumper off, and so this is one of the mounts. It's a weird little looking thing, if you ask me. I don't really know how it works. But I do know that it fits down in there, and then the bumper mounts on top of there. Now the problem with this one on the left hand side is that when I took it off, these things are renowned for, I mean, that's dead corroded, you can see it in there. And so it's actually snapped off. I snapped the bolt off in there. So I'm gonna have to now try and get that thread out somehow. I don't know, maybe drill it out or something. Alright, so I've changed my mind on this. I'm not going to drill it out. So look, you can see there's this kind of like capture part that's moulded into the bumper. If I'm drilling this out now, I'm just going to destroy all this part anyway. So regardless of what happens, I'm going to have to put a bolt and a nut on the back. So what I've decided to do, instead I'm just going to like zip it straight off there. Obviously not using a proper tool, but using a junior hacksaw. And I know the second that I bash this out, I get people in the comments saying, why don't you buy, you know. I know to get in here, like one of those little mini cutter Dremel things would be the best. But as I've said to many people, because I'm spending so much money on all of this stuff, I'm having to prioritise tools that are more specialist in nature. So if it's a tool that merely saves me a little bit of elbow grease, it gets pushed to the bottom of the queue. And anything more specialist, like, I don't know, say you needed a special tool to take the axle nut off, I'm prioritising money for things like that, or, you know, a head gasket tester and things like that. But if it means I just have to spend a couple of minutes going like that at this stage of my car career, then so be it. It is boring though. It's about as good as you can get it. So that then slots in there like that. And now I can come around the back and actually just get a bolt in there, and then I'll just put a nut on there and that should be jolly. Okay, that's it, all buttoned up. And you know, this is just a way more sturdier item now, and I did check the panel gap between the bonnet and it's definitely better-ish. And I put the undercarriage back on as well whilst I was down there. So that's all now looking much nicer, that gap all the way along, nice and consistent. Right, so I've just come to sort out this rear wiper, and I'm not sure what's going on here, but I've got a rear wiper arm and that does not fit on there. So I think this hole's too small, and I'm unsure as to this bit. I mean, is that supposed to be on there, or does that come off? Is that the internal bit of an old wiper arm? I don't know. I do know that they changed the wiper motors on in about 2004. So this is a 2006 car, so it's a facelift car. I think it's also a facelift hatch, because this is new, isn't it? So I think this might be for pre-facelift, because if you just... So if I pull this cover off, and then stick it on there, I mean, there's no thread, there's nothing for me to... It needs to go on further so I can get something on these threads. So I don't know what's gone on there. Maybe I need a new wiper. I mean, look how small it is. Look, it only goes up to there. And I think I've just broken this. Oh, well, why don't you? Oh, yeah, I've just broken that. This was only £8 and I knew it was going to be too good to be true. Right, well, I should probably just order a new wiper arm at some point for that then, and yeah, just continue wasting money. Fantastic, love it. So now I'm going to stick on my nice little S badge to turn this Cooper tailgate into the proper thing. So I'm thinking that I should probably check to see exactly how this goes on. It does not go like that. I don't know whose image that is, but that is not how the S goes, right? Surely. So it's kind of like there, isn't it? Halfway up. So it needs to go about like that. No. So that end of it is kind of in line with that inner bit of the R. Let's get a different image. Why are they all different? Right, I'm just going to make it my own then, I think. We'll work it out, we'll make it our own. I'm only going to get one shot at this, aren't I, once I take this cover off the adhesive. So, like that, kinda. Just do it. Because that's how it now is on mine. Okay, that's on. Oh. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. So up next I'm going to fit this lovely new number plate I've got. So there was the one that was on the car, and there's the new one. And so you can see the difference, I mean, just in the colour and all of the gunky bits around the screw holes and that. And I tell you what, cars look so much better when they don't have a number plate on them. I watch a lot of American content, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit jealous of some of the states that don't have to put a front number plate on their cars, because it just looks slicker, sleeker, cooler, rather than having to stick a big lump of dirt on it. So I'm just going to clean up all of that gunk that's already on there, all the old adhesive and stuff, and then that will sit nicely on there. Just like so. There we go. So that is as far as I'm going to take this car. There are bits of bodywork that need doing. So I've shown you before, right? There's a lacquer peel on this side. There's a really small little bit of lacquer peel on this side around there. You know, there's a couple of little dents in the new tailgate, which, you know, I was happy to replace with the rust, to be honest. You know, there's a nick in the bumper. You know, this is 16-year-old paint, and it doesn't look like it's ever been redone at any point. There's a couple of stone chips and things like that, you know, just the regular sort of blemishes that you'd get, but you know, the car's in fantastic condition. The interior, when I get it cleaned in particular, I mean, look, there's no rips on the seats or anything like that. It's in absolutely fantastic condition, the whole car now, really. You know, and hopefully the next owner of this car is a genuine Mini enthusiast and is looking at those bits of paint and can think, oh, I can do those myself, or I'm happy to invest the money into getting these little bits of paint done. Because I tell you what, if you got all the paint done on this car, along with all the mechanical stuff that I've sorted out, this is going to be a really sound Mini Cooper S R53, without a shadow of a doubt. So yeah, I am unfortunately selling Bob. Oh look, I just realised we haven't done the cigarette lighter, have we? I'll do that. I just bought a whole new cigarette lighter thing because the plastic had broken off that one. and also the actual cigarette lighter thing itself, because that was missing. It's just second hand on eBay. I think the whole thing cost about £30, so I think you just plug them in, don't you? Unplug that, unplug it in. So I'll do that off camera. So as I was saying, yeah, unfortunately I am gonna have to sell Bob. Lots of you have been asking me in the comments what I plan to do with him, if I'm keeping him, if I'm selling him, if I'm gonna mod him. And the truth is that I've spent so much money on this car, and I need to claw some of it back, to be honest with you. I haven't totted up exactly how much, but it's a lot. I don't want to tot up how much it is. I don't want to know. I'm not sure if you're aware, but this channel actually started off as me just trying to flip cars and make a little bit of money, and then I really quickly realized that I don't know nearly enough, well, I don't know anything about cars, so quickly flipping cars is not an option. I can't quickly flip it because I don't know what I'm doing with cars. So it very quickly turned into me going way too far on this. I went way further than I ever meant to. I think the furthest I ever meant to go was to just replace the clutch because it needed a new clutch, and well, I ended up taking the engine out, and you know, so it turned very quickly from flipping cars into, you know, rebuilding, restoring things. And I am not really in this for the money. I mean, if I break even on this car, that would be fantastic. I'm not expecting to make a profit. I now just want enough money from the sale of these cars to be able to fund the next build. That's how I'm approaching this. You know, if I get to flip a couple of cars in the process, you know, fine, fantastic. But my plan for this whole channel and everything we do is going to be a little bit more than that. But at the minute I'm having to keep it within budget and also within my skill level. But in order to fund all of that stuff, you know, Bob is going to have to pay for it, really. If you're watching this video when it releases on Sunday, not sure what date that is, 10th maybe, 11th of April, something like that. But when this video releases, there is a link in the description, because I'm putting Bob on eBay as an auction. So, you know, if you're a Mini enthusiast and you think you can take him all the way to the next level, you know, put a bid on it. You know, and if you want to see me start doing some crazy stuff, you know, you need to start subscribing. We need to just get the numbers up. If the numbers go up, maybe I'll earn a little bit of money from it and we can do some silly stuff. But yeah, you know what I'm thinking as we're sitting here right now? Should we take him for a quick spin? You haven't really seen me drive him, have you? Let's get out on the roads now he's fully road legal, and just have a little bit of a burn. Right, we've got a load of temperature in him. Let's get going. Only going to be a really quick little blast around the block because I'm busy, I've got stuff to do. Why are people queuing for petrol? Stop it! Stop it! He's a mover! Good job the brakes now work. It's like a go-kart, these things are like on rails. I don't know if you can hear that supercharger. Right, I'm taking him home. I don't want to curse it. Don't want something to blow up now I've come this far. Right, well, that was fun. Honestly, these are great little cars. These are absolutely fantastic little cars. And I'm no Mini fanboy. I only bought this because it was a cheap car. I'd never driven one before. I've never owned a Mini. Proper little bit of kit. Old school hot hatch. I'm going to miss him. But we are on to new projects, and I'll be introducing that project to you in the next video. And I don't think you're going to see Bob again on the channel, so everyone say bye, Bob. Bye, Bob. I mean, if you do see him again on the channel, you know that something has gone terribly wrong. Okay, please, would you consider subscribing? It means a lot to me. And as ever, I will see you in the next one. And if you want to buy Bob, then don't forget the link is in the description for the eBay listing. Alternatively, you can DM me on Instagram. This is my username. If you want to make an offer, feel free to make me an offer, but do not message me saying, what's the least you'll take for it? What do you want for it? What do you... You know, that's eBay behaviour. If you're dead serious and you want to just make me an offer on this car, DM me, make me the offer, and I'll let you know what I think. Goodbye.